all day, every day. Cheers. Hi everyone, I am Cecilia Alice Cisse, a news anchor, radio and television reporter and presenter, and an announcer. I take interest in stories of human interest, particularly women and girls and minority rights issues. So, keep watching the SLBC, the authentic voice of Sierra Leone.
My name is Daphne Kenema, and I'm a reporter, presenter, producer, and I am a voice at the state broadcaster, the SLBC.
My name is Samuel Bangwa, a camera operator at SLBC. I always capture the scene you see on TV. So stay glued to the public broadcaster.
My name is Samuel Kabia, a news anchor and sports producer at SLBC.
Hello, I am Esther Mahisama, reporter and presenter of SLBC Sport.
I am Princess Gibson, executive producer, radio, gatekeeping, radio content, producer, public squire, your program that brings you conversation on topical issues, and also presents our breakfast show, Good Morning Sierra Leone.
Hello, my name is Daphne Zainab Kamara. I am a television producer at the SLBC. I also read the news on television and present the podium on television too. I also announce on radio. Stay tuned to the SLBC.
Providing authentic information has been one of the pillars that SLBC relies on. I am Mohamed Simbiko Omar, a reporter who has developed insatiable appetite for human interest stories. Continue to stay with Sierra Leone Broadcasting Corporation for your best in broadcast journalism.
As a public broadcaster, we believe in giving out objective stories, and your interest is our concern. I am Moses Sile Conte, a reporter at the Sierra Leone Broadcasting Corporation. Stay tuned.
I am Aminata Fofana, a reporter, a presenter, and an anchor for the SLBC.
I am Dennis Fraser, a reporter and presenter here at the public broadcaster, and this is the SLBC.
Hi, I am Cynthia Kamara, a news anchor, a reporter, radio presenter, and announcer. I find pleasure in keeping you updated, and it's a pleasure.
Hello everyone, I am Stella Frederica Bangura, a reporter and presenter at the Sierra Leone Broadcasting Corporation. Stay tuned all day, every day. Cheers.
Hi everyone, I am Cecilia Alice Cisse, a news anchor, radio and television reporter and presenter, and an announcer. I take interest in stories of human interest, particularly women and girls and minority rights issues. So, keep watching the SLBC, the authentic voice of Sierra Leone.
My name is Daphne Kenema, and I'm a reporter, presenter, producer, and I am a voice at the state broadcaster, the SLBC.
His name has become a household one in Hollywood. His characters have balls so large that they can reach the ISS. A career is the envy of many famous film people. He is an example of real masculinity both at 30 and at 90. It is Clint Eastwood. He is a well-known master of cinema art who has been delighting audiences worldwide with his films for 65 years. And in the breaks between work, he spits on public opinion about how he should live. Is it true that Eastwood did not want to have children? Why does he think directing is not a very intellectual profession? And why do actors love him so much and critics hate him so much? Welcome to the Biographer channel. We know that you are already impatient. Let's begin. Clint Eastwood was born May 31, 1930 in San Francisco. His parents belonged to the working class. His father, Clint Eastwood Sr., worked at a steel plant and his mother, Margaret, was an engineer. Irish, Dutch, English, and Scottish blood flows in his veins. The boy and his younger sister, Jean, were raised in a very religious family. Even though Clint Sr. and Margaret belonged to different faiths, he was a Presbyterian and she was a Mormon. Due to the Great Depression that plagued industrial cities, the Eastwood family moved frequently to find work and livelihood. His father tried himself in different areas. He worked as a salesman and a detective and agreed to any job. As a result, the Eastwoods settled in Piedmont in 1940, where they lived until the adulthood of Clint Jr. I was born when the Depression started. Until the age of 5 or 6, you do not notice difficulties. Parents always tried to do everything, so my sister and I had at least something, the actor recalled. In Piedmont, the actor's family was considered prosperous. They had a swimming pool, each parent drove their own car, and the house was in a respectable area. Sometimes Clint Sr. took the children to the cinema, where the boy first became interested in films. I always liked westerns as a kid. You think about it vicariously, like, I'd like to be doing that. But I never thought seriously of being in the acting profession. I didn't know where I wanted to be until I was drafted in the Army. His study didn't go well. Due to constant moving, he changed many educational institutions. I can't even say how many schools I went to, he said later. I remember that we moved very often, so I had few friends. He studied badly, so he was often left to improve his knowledge for the summer. In the middle classes, the boy was detained for half a year due to poor progress, and only in January 1946 he transferred to the senior classes with a technical bias. Clint was already very tall at school. By the time of graduation, his height reached 194 centimeters. According to his classmates, the young man was considered one of the prettiest in the class. He had a rugged beauty, broad shoulders, an upturned nose, and brown hair. So it's no surprise that he was popular with the girls, and he understood it. Clint already had a hard look then, but the young man was shy, as it was difficult for him to build new relationships. He did not even think about an acting career, and dreamed about becoming a jazz man. The negative experience at school also affected him. An English teacher, Gertrude Falk, staged a play at the school theater and invited Eastwood to join the cast. She decided that I should play the lead role, and it was a disaster. We were confused, missed a lot of lines. I swore then that the performance would mark the end of my acting career. Despite that, teachers noted Clint's penchant for music and his success in basketball. In high school, they tried to...
Today is the 26th of September 2024. Good morning and welcome to Good Morning Sierra Leone. This is a breakfast show program that starts your days with news, analysis, and of current events and happenings. I am Emmanuel Samuel.
And I am Esther Sako. We start with our quote of the day, and it's from Vice President of the United States of America, Kamala Harris. And it says, you have to see and smell and feel the circumstances of people to really understand them.
Coming up, today is World Maritime Day. Sierra Leone Association of Journalists / to hold AGM in Bo.
And Yeri Boyard Student Association calls for urgent relocation measures for the people of Yeri Boyard due to the settlement being under threat by climate change. We invite you to be part of the program by sending your text messages to the number on your screen and also send your text messages or your comments on our Facebook page on Slbc Tv. channel 31 on Facebook. Welcome back to the program. You can be part of the program by sending your text messages to the number on your screen, and also send your comments on our Facebook page, Slbc TV Live. We start with one of our headline stories. World Maritime Day is celebrated on Thursday, 26th September 2024. Well, World Maritime Day was first held in 1978 to mark the 20th anniversary of the IMO Convention's entry into force. Well, celebrations are being held throughout the world to focus attention on the importance of shipping safety, maritime security, and the marine environment, and to emphasize a particular aspect of IMO's work. To further the discussion, we have in the studio Atwell Williams, the Head of Quality Assurance and Compliance at the Maritime Administration. Good morning and welcome to the program, Atwell.
Yeah, good morning and thank you very much. Good morning, listeners and viewers.
Okay, so before we delve into World Maritime Day, first tell us what is the actual relevance of celebrating the World Maritime Day?
This year is an interesting one, if I will mention that, because of the theme. It's navigating the future and safety first, in tandem with the protection of the marine environment. We all know that safety comes first, and we know for all the trade worldwide, all the trade nationwide, 90% of all the goods coming into Sierra Leone within the riverine areas locally are being transported by ships and boats. And safety first means the people on board this vessel, the seafarers, must be safe. The vessel must be safe. Our goods and properties coming to us via sea must be safe. So that's the theme for this year, and that is what we're celebrating. Very important.
So, Mr. Williams, I am a little bit concerned when you talk about safety, because let's not talk about goods coming into the country. Let's talk about us moving from Freetown to that of Lunge. You know, our ferries, the ferries that we have. So in celebrating this particular maritime and looking at the condition of the ferries that we have, do you think we should celebrate this particular day when it comes to the safety aspects?
Yes, we as maritime, as technocrats, we know we have what we're looking at. Not only for you to be safe, but for you to feel safe, because that's what the common man is looking at, to feel safe. Now, we realize that these ferries are old now. So what we do, we have the measures that we have in place to make sure, to ensure that the people plying that route leave Lunge and arrive at Government Wharf or at Kisi safe. We could go back to the records and then we see that for over years, nobody has died using that route. We see that incidents and accidents do occur, but we have measures in place to combat them. Though some people don't feel safe, but I believe those ferries are safe.
So let's talk on those boats and ferries, the pampas is how they call them.
Yes.
So does Maritime have a monitoring mechanism for this set of people? Because most of the time when you're on board on these boats, you hardly see people wearing these life jackets. And also before now we used to see these boats moving on whenever the ferries or any the boats leave to go, you see what they say it's maritime people, but now we don't see this set of people. So let's say in a situation wherein something occurs, what will become of those set of people? So what is happening with those set of people that used to ply the streets when the sea, whenever boats or ferries leave for their journeys?
No, the mechanism we have in place are various, but one of them is that for every major wharf, for every major landing point, a landing site, we have the people we call maritime traffic regulators. Part of their job is to make sure that people don their life jackets. That's a challenge on its own. And part of the job also is to ensure that when the boat leaves, is to ensure that when that boat arrives at the other side, it is registered that this boat, we have what we call manifest. This boat leaves Freetown, so and so wharfs with 25 people. And that marine traffic regulator will inform the other guy at the other side that this boat has 25 people and it will, we have the estimated arrival time, it will arrive in 30 minutes. Now in 30 minutes, if that boat does not arrive, then it becomes an issue. Then we move it into a search and rescue operation. Now, these marine traffic regulators are still there. Nothing has changed with them. In fact, we have increased their numbers based on the demand from wharf to wharf. These are for the small boats. And for the big boats, it's the same. We still do their manifest. We still do their quarterly check-in for the smaller boats.
So which big boats are you referring to?
I mean the bigger ferries, because
bigger
people
ferries.
are concerned about the big ferries.
Do you guys do manifest for the bigger ferries?
No, we do not do manifest for the bigger ferries.
So why?
No, we do head count for the bigger ferries.
You do head count?
Yeah,
How?
we will tell you based on the ticket sales, and we have our presence there. We will tell you how many people are on board that ferry when each one leaves Freetown to Lunge and each one leaves Lunge back to Freetown.
Okay, Mr. Williams, the Sierra Leone Maritime Administration has been in this particular country for a very long time.
Yeah.
And even you just alluded to the fact that the ferries that we currently have, those ferries, let me say, they are over a decade. They've been over a decade. And the Sierra Leone Maritime Administration is yet to purchase new ferries that meet current trends. So why should we celebrate this day?
One thing I should make clear, the Sierra Leone Maritime Administration, we are the regulators. We are not business people. We are not the ones to procure ferries. No.
You are the ones that do regulate these business people.
Exactly.
Before now, you are handling everything about the ferries. But I think an act of parliament, some arrangement made you guys to move to regulators. You are regulating them. So in that particular light, it should be your own top priority to ensure that they purchase brand new ferries that meet current trends.
No, let me come into that. We have never handled ferries. We have always been a regulator by an act of parliament 2000, and that act we're reviewing presently. And part of our act is to encourage investors to come in and handle the business. We cannot be the referee and the player at the same time. So we acknowledge the fact that most of these ferries are old, and if you look at the trend, people have come in some time back with ferries and all. Now there are processes that we've laid down for someone to get into the ferry business, and some are failed, and some do not go through those processes. However, we do inspect these ferries. We do make sure that they are, at times you go to the ferries, they tell you that this ferry is down. It's not because they want to get down, but because the maritime has inspected that ferry and said, no, for this particular voyage, it is not seaworthy, it's not fit for purpose. So we do come. Maybe we walk silently. Maybe people don't know what we're doing. That's why we're here in a day like this. That's where we do come quite often now, to let people know what maritime is really doing.
So, Mr. Atwell, what assurance would you want to give to the public that indeed you'll be robust in encouraging these particular investors that you say, the people that do handle the ferry business to bring in new ferries? Because we know the last time I was on that ferry, when the ferry break down in the middle of the sea, and you hear all type of prayers, people were praying. And in fact, the tide was so heavy that the ferry was moving with us back and forth. I was there, I reported that thing on air. So what assurance we want to give to the public that you guys will be robust in ensuring that these guys purchase new ferries for the safety of all?
I will not say I will assure the nation that some investor somewhere will come in and procure a ferry. What we do is to encourage them. We have envoys out there. We have people we are talking to. The Ministry of Transport is also there, encouraging people to invest in maritime business, to invest that there are dividends in there. The only thing is that it has to be safe, right? This is a national, it's a national thing that we're promoting, that please come and invest properly in the maritime sector. Indeed, we have a few people that have stepped up. They've went ahead, they bought their ferries, but if it's not fit for purpose, if you go to some of the ports, the base, you will have a few ferries, they are lying there, which we as maritime said, this is not fit for purpose.
Okay, so the theme for this year focuses on safety. So let us know the monitoring mechanism with regards those life jackets that are used by those operators of those pampers and speedboats. Because many times when people on board these pampers and speedboats, they will tell you that we don't want to wear the life jacket because of its present condition. So what will the maritime do in ensuring that these life jackets utilized by these set of people on boarding these pampers and speedboats are in very good condition for use?
Yeah, you see, we go back to the same point that we mentioned. When I was explaining that people should invest in the maritime industry, not only for ferries and all. Now, what we did, we as an administration, we really do prefer not to go that way, to be the referees and the player at the same time. What we did some years ago, the government of Sierra Leone then had an arrangement with us that please, if the private sector is not going to procure this life jacket that must be IMO approved, type approved in the markets, please let us procure and distribute. And that's what we did. We did 10,000. 2 years ago again, we indeed went ahead. We procured these life jackets. We distributed some and we sold some to those that can afford it. Now, the challenges that we're having, both with the public and both with the pampers themselves, is how they keep these life jackets. Because that's why we have a program now to start going to the boat yards to let them have a secure and safe place that they will keep these life jackets, because these life jackets are designed to last for 4 or 5 years. But with these pampers, using them and they are not keeping them well, in a year they are worn out and they are dirty, and some people having their white shirts on do refuse to put them. But that's a challenge. That's how we come in. We encourage them that safety comes first, as the theme says.
Okay, so thank you very much. He is Atwell Williams, the Head of Quality Assurance and Compliance at the Sierra Leone Maritime Administration. He was talking on the commemoration of the Maritime Day, which is today. But we go to another issue. The Sickle Cell Smart Foundation is a non-profit organization established to raise awareness and educate the public about sickle cell disease. The foundation offers free screening for the disease through their campaign tag Know Your Genotype campaign. Sickle Cell Smart is founded by Kadidin, who is a sickle cell survivor herself that has lived with this condition all her years. She is also an international advocate for sickle cell. In the studio, we have Kadidin, founder and director, Sickle Smart Foundation. Good morning and welcome to Good Morning Sierra Leone.
Good morning.
I must confess, Madam Dean, as it says Sickle Smart, you look smart.
Thank you.
So, when you talk about Sickle Smart, I want you to put it into the simplest context for people to understand.
Well, when we talk about sickle smart, we mean you have to be smart when you have sickle cell. You have to have the knowledge and the know-how on how you can manage your condition. So that's where the name came from, sickle smart. Because if you don't know about sickle cell, which a lot of people here really don't know about the condition, then that's why, you know, we're getting high rates of prevalence of sickle cell disease and kids being born with sickle cell in Sierra Leone. It's a public health, you know, it's a public health problem, to be honest, because the prevalence here is over 2%. Kids are being born with sickle cell disease. And we're advocating to the government to have newborn screening put in places in all government hospitals so we can catch them early, put them on treatment like prophylaxis, penicillin and pain relief and folic acid, so that way they can live past age 5, because we have a lot of high mortality rate of children dying before age 5, and most of these kids, because they were not tested, they will say, oh, it's malaria or anemia, but most of them have sickle cell disease. So that's why we promote the Know Your Genotype to prevent, you know, people from having kids with sickle cell disease. And also, if you have a child with sickle cell, we're promoting newborn screening so we can catch them early and they can live a ripe old, you know, age like myself.
Okay, so awareness raising is very key with regard to sickle cell, because we are losing doctors and also ordinary people. So let us know, as your organization, Sickle Smart, how do you come in area of raising awareness? Because there are a lot of misconceptions with regard to sickle cell.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of misconceptions. For example, they tell you if you got sickle cell, you will die young. I'm turning 55 years old in November. You just have to know how to manage yourself, know your triggers, and know what you can do and what you cannot do. But that does not restrict you to achieve your goals and your aspirations. And we also, you know, encourage for the kids to have a good support system around them. And when we educate the caregivers and the parents, they know how to manage the kids. And then, you know, they can grow and be a valuable part of society.
So, Madam Dean, you just said that you're turning 55 soon. You look like you're in your early 30s. And how have you been able to cope with this particular set of a challenge all through your life? Someone might be out there, that person has the same condition like you, but him or she may be struggling to cope with it.
Well, first of all, I mean, you put God first. And second of all, you need to have a positive mindset. You need to renew your mindset, be positive. Sickle cell is not a death sentence to say you're gonna, you know, just drop dead. If you can manage yourself and accept that, okay, this is my condition and I need to, you know, be that expert for myself to know what I should do, like hydrating yourself, making sure you keep up warm. Like now it's rainy season, you have to keep warm, and make sure you take your medications, especially the penicillin, which helps to prevent you from infections, and because sickle cell patients have weak immune system. And make sure you eat healthy. Nutrition is key as well.
So where can someone locate the Sickle Smart, you know, because you are doing free screening and testing? Maybe a parent may be out there, he or she may have discovered that the child has sickle cell, but does not know the type of the set of sickle cell where the individual belongs. So where can someone locate Sickle Smart?
I mean, we moved offices to 5B Belia Park. We used to be at Passiva Street, but we're in the process of setting up that office. In the meantime, we used to have like pilot schemes where we use a point of care test kit and do the screening, which was donated to us. But now we've partnered with Ramsey Laboratories. So if anybody wants to know their genotype, they can go to Ramsey and get tested.
Is it free? Because when you talk about Ramses, people know that Ramses is not cheap. So
no, it's not free, but we have an arrangement where they will do a discount for people to know the genotype. But I mean, if we have the kit, it's free. We screen free. I mean, in 2019 we screened AYV staff. We went to Olajurin, we went to Waterloo. We will come here when we have the test kits. It was donated and it was a pilot scheme. Okay. Yeah.
I wanted to stay with us on the program. She's Khadidin, the founder and director for Sickle Smart Foundation, as it is a non-governmental organization that will be offering free screening for the disease through their campaign tagged Know Your Genotype campaign. Now we move to another issue, as the Sierra Leone Association of Journalists SLAJ will hold its annual general meeting for the next 3 days in Bo. SLAJ's main objective includes the development of journalism practice in Sierra Leone, promoting the enduring trust in a profession as guardians of the Fourth Estate. In the studio to further the conversation, we have the Public Relations Officer for SLAJ, Umbaka. Good morning and welcome to the program.
Good morning, thanks for having me. Good morning to viewers.
Okay, so tell viewers what's the relevance of the AGM for SLAJ members.
It's an event wherein we meet annually to look at how far we have come in terms of success, challenges, and mapping the way forward. Mind you, the Sierra Leone Association of Journalists was formed over 50 years ago to look at free speech, advocates for free speech, freedom of expression, and also to ensure that we advocate for the welfare of journalists so that journalists could continue to practice in a more conducive atmosphere. A few years ago, the 1965 Public Order Act was reviewed, which was a very, very difficult time for journalists and journalism in this country. Before then, many journalists were detained, many journalists suffered, and that also made the profession very difficult. So when we go to the AGM, we discuss things that will move the association forward, that will continue to strengthen SLAJ, will continue to ensure that we have the free space to practice in a more conducive atmosphere.
So we know that getting an AGM is one of the main things that SLAJ usually do to update its membership or do different things. So this particular AGM, what is the most critical thing that SLAJ members will be doing there?
The Constitution. We're reviewing the Constitution. That is why the theme is charting the way forward, strengthening and building a more stronger SLAJ by reviewing the Constitution. So the opening is tomorrow in the morning. We have opening sessions wherein partners will come and give statements, wherein affiliate bodies will also go and give updates on how they have been running the association. The president will update members on how far we have come, the successes, the challenges. And Saturday, we dedicate the whole of Saturday to ensuring that we review the Constitution. The constitutional review process has started, and they met with different affiliate bodies. There was a time when even general members were called to go and add their voices. They went up country, regional members. It's a process where everybody had the opportunity to add their voice. So now they are presenting the draft copy, which we'll be looking into, so that we see the things that people have suggested, to see how we can factor those things into the Constitution, to see what needs to be improved on, what needs to be removed, and what needs to be added, so that we get a more stronger SLAJ, a more robust SLAJ, a more unified SLAJ. SLAJ is bigger than you and I. It's because of you and I that we have SLAJ. But the bigger objective is to ensure that we have a very strong SLAJ that will continue to advocate, that will continue to empower its membership through trainings, through different things, through partnership with institutions and organizations that are there to support the media, so that we continue to practice.
We know currently, the improvement of technology and the influx of these different social media platforms has made, citizens journalism, so rampant, and it's now competing with professional journalism. So, let me say, reviewing the constitution, how would the new constitution ensure that it really shaped the media landscape to an extent that the ordinary people out there will know the difference between a professional journalist and that of just a citizen journalist?
Even now, people are able to identify the differences between a citizen journalist and a traditional journalist, or citizen journalism and traditional media. Because the traditional media has continued with support from different institutions to empower its membership through trainings. Let's take a look at the 2023 general elections. We saw how the elections were covered, the reports that came out. No institution bashed at Sludge. In fact, they were commending journalists for the type of report, the kind of way they carried themselves. This is one of the elections in where no journalist had any issue with anybody. Why? Because Sludge was there to ensure that we trained our members nationwide. Those who are practicing citizen journalism are not, most of them are not trained, they are not qualified journalists. They don't have the idea of cross-checking, double-checking. You and I, who are practicing traditional journalism, who are professional journalists, we know that we have the gatekeeper theory. The SLBC has its style. Other media houses have their own style. We have the IMC code of practice. Sludge has the code of ethics. So these are the things that we have continued to do to ensure that people know the difference between journalists and journalism. And we continue to encourage our colleagues to ensure that they cross-check and double-check. And we also call on institutions, if a journalist is at your office or your place for information, endeavor to give him or her the correct information. Because when you go home in the evening, you want to listen to the radio, you want to tune on your TV set, and you want to get the best. How can you get the best if you don't let the journalists get the correct stories? So these are the things we continue to look at to ensure that journalists and journalism become a force to reckon with in this country.
Okay, so thank you very much. She is Umu Bakar, the Public Relations Officer of the Sierra Leone Association of Journalists. She was talking on the AGM that will commence tomorrow. And I'll go for a short break. When we return, we continue with the discussion of her.
As a mother of the house, whenever I want to prepare palm soup, there's no need pounding palm fruit. All I need is Nkulenu's Ghana's original palm soup base. My soup is done, and its preparation, it is not difficult at all. Nkulenu palm soup base, it's easily done with no difficulties. Just take few ladles and your soup is done. And its flavor, it's amazing. This is Nkulenu's Ghana's original palm soup base. And this is Nkulenu's Ghana's original spiced palm soup base. Iron fruit and turkey berries are naturally added.
Also available brown gold natural cocoa powder, sunny gold brown sugar, neat fufu flour, shito, pisa, and moringa. All available at Nyami Ado Enterprise, 1 Lower Waterloo Street, Freetown.
Nkulenu palm soup base.
Ghanaian original taste.
Welcome back. The program you're watching is Good Morning Sierra Leone, live on the Sierra Leone Broadcasting Corporation. Well, we continue with the discussion proper. Well, in the studio this morning, we have something very interesting. The Christian Union for the Blind and Visually Impaired will be having its annual Back to School Support Program on the theme Education Lights the World on the 28th of September 2024 at the Kotor Town Community Center. The new union was founded by Mr. Muhammad Samuel Fuller, who lost his sight after attaining his WAS. This predicament also deterred him from achieving his educational dream. The union makes soap and sell to raise money to support less privileged children in their educational pursuits. This is a novelty. In the studio, we have the founder of Christian Union for the Blind and Visually Impaired, Muhammad Samuel Fuller. Good morning and welcome to Good Morning Sierra Leone.
Good morning, sir. Good morning, listeners out there, and it's a pleasure having me.
Mr. Fuller, just from the intro, your story is really touching. For even though you lost your sight and you're unable to achieve that which you've always wanted to achieve academically when you were coming up as a boy, you know, but you didn't relent. You've established a foundation and now you are making soap. You know, so what's the inspiration?
Yeah, thank you very much. The inspiration is that when I got this predicament, I noticed that well, all is lost, you know, because I'm coming from a humble background. When I look at my background, look at my parents, I realize that, oh, well, it's like everything is done and dusted. Until later, I have to go through my own private moves, you know, to friends, and then other people helping me out to learn braille and also soap making, which I later use as a form to support myself and then proceed to acquire tertiary level education, which today I am a trained and qualified teacher, and I want to thank God for that. So that inspired me that indeed if I can go through this, and then when I look out there, there are other people like me, you know, suffering the same, and the children out there go through the same even more. And then looking at my own children today, they are going to school, and others, their children are there outside using them, you know, to earn their living, their daily bread. I realized that this is a challenge. So forming this organization, you know, 3 years back, we decided to support these kids. Some of them are children with disability and some are children of people with disability, providing school materials for them to go to school. And then we realize that that is something we are moving towards the right direction.
So have you been having support in this soap making and also helping this set of children? I'm quite sure it has been challenging.
So much so. And we make the soap ourselves. We have to move out on the streets on weekends because I don't use my kids on weekdays, but we go out on weekends with other members selling the soap. And then whatever we get from the soap, the proceeds to put together, and it has been the support towards this particular program. Until recently, we met with somebody who is not here, but is a Sierra Leonean, who lauded the idea. And then this morning, before me coming to the studio, I got a call that she has donated some consignments for this particular program coming up on Saturday, distributing the school items to 35 kids from both the rural and the urban area.
So Mr. Fuller, yours is very touching. It's a novelty.
Sure.
So for someone that is visually impaired, you know, making a soap, how do you go about it? I want you to put it in that type of visual context for someone to understand really what you're saying.
Yeah, for us, when we make soap, we always put what we have, the glove, and then we have our nose masks for preventing ourselves from contacting the caustic soda and that of the oil we use. So we have our children around for them to help us set the fire, and then that is it. And then we use measurements. Don't forget, soap making is about measurement. You use water and then the oil. So when we make the soap, we sell, and then we put together the proceeds. Then for us as people with disability, we believe that whenever, especially visually impaired people, only the sight is gone, but the mindset is always accurate. So when once the mindset is accurate, anything we do, we have to be careful and we make sure we do it with precautionary measures, and that has been helping us for over the years. Thankfully, no one has involved in any sort of accident while we produce our soap.
So is it only soap that you've learned how to make and are teaching others to do?
Yeah, for me, I have learned to make soap, but we have others who are also helping our brothers and sisters, the weaving, making this what we call country clothes. They weave it, and then now we have other people who are now making bead designing for shoe and bags. So that is also another way we teach them, because we don't want to let them go into the streets, but we want to keep them busy. And because of that, when they sell, they earn something, and it is what dignified life they live, rather than going to the streets, loitering the streets, or begging, because we are against street begging.
So this set of children that you are catering for, are they only visually impaired? Let me say children living with disability?
No, we have few of them who are children with disability, and others are children of people with disability, whom the parents go out in the streets using them to earn their own living. So we blend them together, we support them with these school materials come Saturday, 35 of them.
So do you have other ways of getting sponsorship? Because selling the soap and catering for this set of children, it's quite difficult.
Sure.
Do you reach out to other organizations to get support?
Yes, we've done so much of letters to series of organizations, including government and other parastatals, even philanthropists. And I want to thank God that religious houses, especially churches, has been supportive to this particular program, especially for this one. So want to return the glory to God. And we are not relenting, because all of them have received our letters and they said, oh, it's a good project, it's a good program, and we'll see what we can do. But they are yet to come. But we do hope that they are coming, because by what they see come next tomorrow on Saturday, I believe that will move them to know that indeed these people are in for a business, they are serious, and let's support them.
Okay. Many thanks there to you, Mr. Mohammed Sanafula. He is the founder of the Christian Union for the Blind and Visually Impaired. As he has been taking us through, he has an organization that has been helping children with disability and also others. Well, from there we move on to another issue, as the Sierra Leone Spelling Bee will be competing in the Intercontinental Spelling Competition in Dubai and African Spelling Bee in Nigeria. Well, to further discussion, we have in the studio Aisata Adin. Good morning and welcome to the program.
Good morning, madam. Thank you.
Okay, so for those that just don't know what the Spelling Bee does, give us a glimpse of what the Spelling Bee caters for.
Spelling Bee is a healthy competition that is done at school level, community, district, regional and national level, wherein we give huge list of words to students or to pupils to study. They must know the meaning of the word, know how to use it in a sentence, know the root of the word, know the part of speech. As we do realize that the basic of quality and sustainable education is words. If you want to know, you want to be educated, you really need to know words. You must know the meaning of the word, know the root of the word, know how to use it in a sentence, know the basic of education.
So, which set of children does Spelling Bee cater for?
We cater for it cut across. As long as that child can talk. As long as that child can talk, from reception or from nursery to SSS, even to university. We should have started the university or college Spelling Bee, but because of challenges, we have not started it.
So, Madam Adin, you are now going, you've been preparing in Sierra Leone and you are going for this Intercontinental Spelling Bee competition. What does it mean?
We are still preparing because we've not got the adequate funds. It's a plus to Sierra Leone because for the past years we've been missing a series of international competitions because Sierra Leone is part of the African Spelling Bee Consortium that now comprise of I think 30 countries. Sierra Leone is the global winner of Spelling Bee, global award winner, and Sierra Leone has the global ambassador for Spelling Bee. That's a plus to Sierra Leone for Sierra Leone to participate, and we say thank you to the present Minister of Education, Conrad Saki. Yes, he has he said it, and he's still on his toes, finding ways and means so that we'll get the adequate support to participate in this Intercontinental Spelling Bee and the African Spelling Bee in Nigeria come November. This is one of the way the international bodies weigh or confirm or support countries. Sierra Leone be part of the global or the world body. I think it's a plus. That is one way for them to get more funds. Not Isata Harding we get the funds, but Sierra Leone. When funding comes for Sierra Leone, it goes to the Ministry of Education or the international bodies that fund education. But for the past years, it has been challenging, and it is still challenging, as I'm saying, because we are still on the process. UNICEF sponsored, gave per diem to the ministry, to one staff of the Ministry of Basic and Senior Secondary Education. Thank God for the minister and the permanent secretary.
So, Madam Adin, you'll be going to participate in 2 different competitions. So, what categories of children will you guys be taking to those competitions?
As I told you, it's quarter course, primary and secondary. We'll be taking them. But as of now, we are catering for, I think, about 5 of them. We are thinking of hopefully 5, but at most maybe 7, because every country is supposed to take up to 20 participants. Even when we went to Dubai the last time, other countries too, 20, over 20. Other African countries like Sierra Leone too.
Why are we not taking 20?
Even the 7 participants, we are not sure of them. How can we take 20? It has been challenging. It is very, very challenging. I'm just laughing, but it's very, very challenging. We've not got the adequate funds.
So have you reached out to people that can help fund this project? Because we have a lot of people that are interested in education.
They are interested, so they said, but that's not what.
Do you reach out to
We've reached out. My sister, our letters in all these institutions, if you say you put our letters together, you get suitcase of letters to each of the institutions. But some of them don't even reply to us. They don't even say a word to us. But few of them, they have not replied to us. Maybe silence is consent. We've reached out to institutions, organizations, banks, even individuals. But we are hoping that.
So, Madam Adin, how do you get these kids? From which schools? How do you get them?
We send out public notices for individuals and schools to register. They register, and we bring them here for orientation, free orientation every Saturday. After the orientation, we take them to a hall wherein we organize the spelling bee because we have 4 types of spelling bee. We have the district spelling bee, the national spelling bee that comprise of district, regional, and national, and then we have the private school spelling bee and the Valentine spelling bee. We have the holiday spelling bee. All of these spelling bees we put together is a way to find ways to keep these kids abreast with their books, during and after school, and especially during holidays, like for the Valentine's Spelling Bee. It's to keep these kids abreast with their books during the Valentine's season. We all know what happens during Valentine's, and also to bring the kids together with their parents, because most kids' parents do not have time for them to attend their activities. So we cater for them. So on Valentine's Day, we don't mind what day it falls. We bring them together with their parents. They dance, they Norman Storm. Most of them don't even know their kids. So bring them all these activities around to put the kids together during and after school.
Okay, so thank you very much. She is Aisata Adin talking on the Spelling Bee competition that Sierra Leone will soon and that kids will soon leave the country to attend the Spelling Bee competition. Well, let's go to another issue. The Yeliboya Student Association is a youth-led organization that has served over the years as a source of hope for the people of Yeliboya Island, Samu Chiefdom, Cambia District. But this settlement and culture of people are under threat of extinction due to sea erosion, the encroachment of the sea on the land due to rise in the sea level. Life in the town is increasingly becoming impossible. The land is going underwater. Mangrove deforestation, coastal degradation, and rising sea levels due to climate change have led to dozens of homes being flooded each year. The Yeliboya Students Association believes that climate change is the most important environmental and developmental issue for the Yeliboya Island, and the relocation measures need to be implemented with some urgency. In the studio, we have the president of the Yeliboya Students Association, Mohammed Ayusise. Good morning and welcome to Good Morning.
Good morning. I am actually not the president. I am Ali El Bangura, a representative from the Yeliboya Students Association.
Okay, Ali, thank you very much.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I have been to Yeliboya Island, and reading this into, I can resonate with what's the current, how the island looks like. You know, now you guys are calling for urgent relocation measures. Can you put it into context? What really you guys want?
Yeah, actually, Yeliboya is located between the western part of Samu Chiefdom, Cambia District, and it's situated right between the foreheads of Freetown city and to that of Conakry. It's a business center where people can go and do their daily business, and it's a center around fishing activities. Over the years, flooding has been taking place for over so many years. For this time around, on the 19th of this month, we experienced the biggest flooding ever in the history of the island. Where the water invaded the island, schools were not able to operate as normal. Even the peripheral health unit that we have in the island is now floating. The two schools that we have, the other one is Kankele, is now sinked. The KDC is on the verge of sink. The place is actually in danger, and that's why we are here. I am here now for advocate for relocation of this island to the nearest village at Mayela, a community that all actually depend on Yeliboya activities. They go there to do their trading, they go there to do some activities. And for this time, if actually we have some people that can help for these people to relocate to Mayela, it will serve as something very good for the people of Yeliboya.
How do you want the relocation to be done? What are you actually asking for?
We actually asking for the government and all the Soriat people to actually go to see the need for people of Yeliboya to go to Mayela. We actually asking like government to go and build some structures like a hospital, the mosques and the schools. If actually these structures has been constructed in Mayela, the people are willing. Our people are actually suffering at Yeliboya. they are actually suffering. If you actually the school, the mosque, the health center, all they needed now at Maila be there, they are willing for go.
So you are talking about the and currently the island is currently under this serious threat.
Yes.
So without this thing, the people, without these facilities, the people will not move.
The people can move. It's over 60 to 70 years this thing have been burdened in. And if you actually, we have the hospital and some big structures, they can move because their life matters. And what actually people are looking for is to get a safe place to relocate. And Maila has been identified as a safe place for our people.
So when you're talking about Maila, have you guys or has your people had that particular discussion with the people of Maila to say, oh, we are asking now for government to relocate us to your land. Will you accept us?
Of course. The chief at Yeliboya Island is very close to the chief of Maila. They are living as a brother, and the two sisters tongue always do something and the same thing in common. And they are willing, we have engaged them really. And Maila people ready to accommodate Yeliboya people.
Okay. So is it because you don't have those structures there that you don't want to move? Because as you made mention, the land is slowly being covered by water.
Of course.
Can't you like go to the Maila for some time while you get these developments coming up?
People are willing to go, as I said earlier. There are some people that already have gone there and secured lands to relocate. What actually we just want government to put things in place, because actually we are looking for help. If there is no help, the people are very much in danger.
Okay, so thank you very much. He is a representative from the Yeliboya Student Association. They are calling for help because the Yeliboya Island, situated in Samu Chiefdom in Cambia district, is slowly extincting, I would say, because the water is is gradually covering the island, and it's happening rapidly. So viewers out there, government and other humanitarian organization, please go reach out to this set of people. Well, we still have Madam Adin here. The time is not our friend. Just in 30 seconds, just give your biting shot.
I want to lobby with institutions, organizations, banks out there, everybody that have received our letter. We are calling upon you to please sponsor us, to please support us. I'll give you a vivid example. Last year was the first time Côte d'Ivoire participated in the African Spelling Bee. A lady sponsored them, a single lady, single parent sponsored Côte d'Ivoire. What about Sierra Leone? We have people who say they are philanthropists. We have people who are wealthy. You can contact us on 076 374842, 088 or 11E 12E Baconfield, or our banks. Or you can contact us at the Ministry of Basic and Senior Secondary Education if you want to sponsor us.
Okay, so thank you very much. We have Mr. Samuel here. Mr. Samuel, just 30 seconds. You just give yourself a parting shot.
Yeah, thank you very much, viewers out there. And the program is on Saturday at the Kosoton Community Center. So all those who have received our letters of invitation, we kindly call on you to be there, please. And also we ask Sierra Leoneans that take away the this and ability makes my disability. My ability is stronger than my disability.
Okay, so thank you very much, Esther. We've had a very good and fruitful discussion here.
Anyway, we have to draw the curtains. Time is against us.
And I want to say a very big thank you to the production crew, especially our producer, Daphne Zainab Kamara.
Well, before we go, we take our quote of the day, and it's from the Vice President of the United States of America, Kamala Harris, and it says, "You have to see and smell and feel the circumstances of people to really understand them.
Yes, I have been Emmanuel Samoa.
And I am Esther Sako. Good morning, Sierra Leone returns tomorrow at exactly 9 o'clock. Goodbye.
My name is Samuel Bangwa, a camera operator at SLBC. I always capture the scene you see on TV. So stay glued to the public broadcaster.
My name is Abdul Kabia, a news anchor and sports producer at SLBC.
Hello, I am Esther Maisama, important presenter of SLBC Sport.
I am Princess Gibson, executive producer, radio, gatekeeping, radio content, producer, public squire, your program that brings you conversation on topical issues, and also presents our breakfast show, Good Morning Sierra Leone.
Hello, my name is Daphne Zainab Kamara. I am a television producer at the SLBC. I also read the news on television and present the podium on television too. I also announce on radio. Stay tuned to the SLBC.
Providing authentic information has been one of the pillars that SLBC relies on. I am Mohamed Simbeko Ma, a reporter who has developed insatiable appetite for human interest stories. Continue to stay with Sierra Leone Broadcasting Corporation for your best in broadcast journalism.
As a public broadcaster, we believe in giving out objective stories, and your interest is our concern. I am Slbc Tv, a reporter at the Sierra Leone Broadcasting Corporation. Stay tuned.
The OKNP landscape is more rich in biodiversity. If you come in the OKNP, you will see different types of animals, chimpanzee, hippo, elephant, Maxwell duiker, red flank duiker, etc., etc., and even the colobus monkey, patas monkey, they are in the park.
We're here this morning with the Wabile Eco Guards, with Dr. Moses, Amara, Emmanuel, and Dr. Rosa, doing the camera trap practicals and also how to do reference video making. We're getting ready for tomorrow, as we're going to go to the field for 10 days to set up camera trap in 3 different locations with 3 teams. We survey the transect and take data, and also do camera traps. For some transect we have 2 cameras, for some transect we have 1, and some transect we just have to resurvey.
Being one of the Wabile staff, we don't learn a lot today, from yesterday to today, concerning this camera trapping. We will go for 10 days.
I'm Eco Guard for Wabile. I have learned a lot. We are here for training how to set up camera trap, also with a transient land. I'm very happy for being Eco Guard for Wabile because I have a lot of experience now how to protect this land, and I know what to do and what not to do in the forest.
Due to the intervention of many projects like ECOD, Wabile, OKKPS, then we have started seeing some changes. So I think the community members also really appreciate the work of those projects that are bringing development in their chiefdoms in the name of protecting this particular conservation area. With also the community members are now ready full force to support those projects to see how best they can achieve their goal. And they are always thanking the donors that are giving their money to those projects to sponsor community members. Wabile also is now working along the Kilimi axis to Kuru. They also are now trying to see how best we can able to know the different type of animals that are in there. For the community members, they never know if we have chimpanzee or another elephant. Due to the effort of the Wabile and the OKKPS and ECOD, now community members have started knowing that yes, we have elephant, we have chimpanzee, we have leopard. Then this is the good things for the chiefdom because this can encourage the tourism to be in the park and to do more investment. This also encourages the community members also to contribute to support the project because they are seeing their children working with the project. And conservation is good because it creates more jobs for the youth, it creates more employment, more investment. So it will be good if this will continue for the next 10 to 15 years. That can help the conservation area to be protected and the community members also to feel part of the decision making.
You ready for the Zoom meeting today with the investor then?
Yes, boss. I'm ready for the meeting today. And I don't download all the reports they sent to me on the internet.
Make sure so you get super connection because I don't want one problem during the meeting.
Everything is okay. Everything is fine.
Counting on you, even though we're not in the same office. I will be with you every step of the way.
Children all over the world are children. They have their rights and their right to education.
Everybody likes Pawpaw. As adults, we have one job, which is to build a better future for the children in Sierra Leone. method of the Play Lab model, they help the pikin dem learn faster through the cognitive development of a child. Today we are going to learn about rhyme, That they gain knowledge and they develop their learning skills. Before they can. Then before they can implement this Play Lab, we involve the community. We ask them for advice. Say how we will build this Play Lab, where it will find the way how the community, the environment there, then so they can check how the Play Lab there.
What they did at this Play Lab, they don't record, they don't come back to school because of this Play Lab. So the Play Lab is very much important. The community now contributes to this Play Lab. We get artists there, we get people there with their own material has there with the cow sticks, bottles. Then we community artists there. Then they come with some ideas there where we be able maintenance this Play Lab and even decorator and painter.
We are interested in the Play Lab model because BRAC has worked in Bangladesh over the years in education. We have witnessed it because we visited Bangladesh and we see how the children have developed in the foundational level. So it is necessary for us to have contacts with BRAC so that we can improve our educational system.
As a Play Lab leader, we receive a lot of skills development and training. For example, we are taught to implement local songs, rhymes and stories in the curriculum where they make the pikin dem to be active in their thinking or in their learning. It resonates with the children's perception. It teach them something where they understand.
As long as we pikin and they learn that they grew up within this world, we're ready for contribute to the maintenance and decorating of the Play Lab.
The future for tomorrow, how the future will become, it will be strong for the pikin and see where they will be so.
I hear the sound of abundance of miracles. I hear the sound of abundance of healing.
Get ready, Freetown, Sierra Leone. The Christ Invasion Crusade 2024 is coming your way. Freetown, get excited because for the first time ever, we welcome Apostle Dr. Seth Amoa Boateng from the USA for Christ Invasion Crusade 2024.
I hear the sound of abundance of testimonies.
SAB Ministries, in alliance with a special group of local ministers and churches in Freetown, Sierra Leone, invite you to Christ Invasion Crusade 2024. This is a monumental event you don't want to miss. It is starting from September 25th to 27th. Come and experience the power of God like never before under the theme, Jesus the Burden Lifter. Mornings will feature empowerment sessions from 9:30 a.m. to 12 p.m. And in the evenings, join us at 6 p.m. for the Christ Invasion Miracle Encounter, where miracles, signs, and wonders await. Invite your friends and family and join us at Zion Praise Tabernacle for a time of miracles, breakthroughs, and transformation. Ministering in worship are anointed worshipers such as Melinda Tucker, Isaiah Calker, Delight Kana, and many more. Save the dates, September 25th to 27th, 2024, and join us for a divine encounter you cannot afford to miss. Call 232-77-842-850 or 232-88-998-326 for more details. The Christ Invasion Crusade 2324. Jesus is lifting every burden.
life no go ever sweet without
that thing what we call love. Now that make
Love Factor na a very good program where any big person can look and enjoy.
Now the kind program we for spend time for watch. Now the kind program we for spend time for sit down for look.
And this program it may around land for my and I wonder you say for life.
The Love Factor show is about family, love, counseling,
relationship. So we dey build and maintain relationship. This na program also we dey counsel you for let you know how for deal with your partner, let you know how for settle disputes between you and your heart to heart.
Well, you do hear it for yourself.
join the Love Factor team
every Sunday 10 p.m.
for help make we all enjoy love and peace.
People them una wake una come north, south, east and west. This is the message from DOFA. That Dowantoni organization. They say for tell unu say Miss All is Gold Beauty Pageant Volume 4. That's the Mami Dem Beauty Contest. Go be October 12 this year. Na Freetown City Council all 4 o'clock Santem. This beauty contest go get sober and funny side attraction them. Can't see where them Mami they ready for show now waiting then get. Until you know say we cow all in Lebanon all. Tickets price na 100 millions ordinary. Patron na 250 millions. Don't they begin na 50 millions. No more VIP na by donation. The MC for this beauty contest na John Conte of Afri Money fame. So come, me people them north, south, east and west. Come back to you mama, you auntie, you granny, except you grand auntie with you great granny. As them don't set for give una their own catwalk. Don't want any organization say all age not to sickness. Rush now and get you ticket. DOFA, Miss Old is Gold Beauty Pageant Volume 4. The stage where the aged makes the difference.
Me, for can go na junction for go buy EDSA credit. It want more
say you want for Gona State. Because the last EDSA credit when me buy na ya asidom where I buy am.
This one hard for believe.
Na true. Dial *363# with QCell and tell me what he say.
He say buy Q Power, get last 3 tokens, register meter and exit.
Easy.
But I no get QCell more.
Now it make a sweet and easy. Just top up your QCell and buy EDSA credit. No mobile money, no problem. It will be one day na salute.
Okay.
Pass with QCell.
Make a try, man. Yes, use your QCell top up and buy EDSA Lite anytime, anytime. Just dial *363# and follow the instructions. Make sure say you register your meter number before you continue.
For more information, dial 111. Terms and conditions apply. QCell. Salon Clyde.
Sierra Leone is a country on a new path, a new path of development, a new direction. As we awaken to a new sense of patriotism and pride as Sierra Leoneans, the SLBC brings together enlightened senior citizens with much experience to help steer Sierra Leoneans on the path of a defined course of pride and consciousness, a constructive nationalism. So, join the SLBC for the program Constructive Nationalism. Come and let's build Sierra Leone every Saturday at 3 p.m. on the SLBC. Constructive Nationalism on the SLBC.
We don't